What's going on, y'all? It's Locks. Today we got another prize picks video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be giving you guys a total of 3 NBA player props that I love on the board for this Thursday, February 27th NBA slate. Got a pretty good one, so I found 3 players that I really like and believe should have good value on hitting the over for us. So before we get those, make sure to drop a like and subscribe with those post notifications turned on if you guys haven't already. It literally takes 1 second down below, down in the comments, or not comments, the description of this video. It would really help me out. And if you guys haven't joined, we got a free Discord. Link will be down below in the description of this video. If you guys haven't joined already, again, completely free if you guys would like to. It's just where we post announcements, extra player props, players of the days, and all that good stuff. So again, completely free if you guys would like to join. It will be linked down below in the comments of this or description of this video. And with that being said, we're gonna hop right into the props that I love on the board so far. We're gonna be looking at 2 different games: Denver Nuggets versus Milwaukee Bucks. This one should be a pretty good game. Over and under for total points scored is 240.5, minus 2.5 in favor of the Denver Nuggets. So that one should be a good one. And then we're looking at the New Orleans Pelicans versus Phoenix Suns. Both these teams haven't really been doing too hot recently. Obviously, Phoenix Suns, they've kind of been struggling, especially against weaker teams. So I believe they should be able to allow New Orleans Pelicans to keep up in this matchup and just make up for a nice game for us to hit on the overs. The over and under for total points on this game is 236. So again, should be a pretty good one. The spread is within -8. So again, it should be pretty tight down to the wire. So as long as it is, I believe these picks should have a good chance of hitting. And with that being said, our player of the day in today's video is actually going to be CJ McCollum over his PRA line at 27.5. I feel like this line's pretty low. Obviously, we see a lot of reds on these last couple games. He's had some tough matchups though, back-to-back against the San Antonio Spurs. This is a tough matchup for him. They have very good defenders defensively, and again, he just had a tough time scoring, very low-scoring games, so he's not going to see that productivity on the PRA aspects of that. Again, with all those point guards and whatnot, they have really great on-ball defense. So he had low-scoring games, 12 and 13 right here. And then Kings was another tough matchup. Denver Nuggets, obviously this one was a blowout, another tough matchup. And then Boston Celtics, they're one of the top teams in the league for a reason, so he's going to have a tough matchup right there. But in the games that this dude should go over, he actually bangs out. As you guys can see, Sacramento Kings 52. Another game against the Kings 40, Denver Nuggets 41, and then Dallas Mavericks 34 right here. So again, I feel like this is a very good game for him to come off with these 3 unders to finally give us this over against the Phoenix Suns. This one should be a nice competitive matchup. Overall, they're ranked 22, 23rd, and 18th in PRA, allowed to give around 116 plus a game, 45 plus a game, and 26 plus a game on PRA. So I feel like this is a very good line, especially for a guy like CJ McCollum. He's typically their main go-to guy offensively. Obviously, they got Zion in there, but obviously this team isn't the most talented team in the league at the moment, and he's actually been taking so many consistent shot attempts. Last 10 games, he's been averaging 18 shot attempts, shooting around 46%, been seeing around 33 minutes, 35 whenever it's a good game, and then 7 rebound chances and 7 potential assists a game. So if he's taking that much volume and the line is only at 27 and he needs to cover, taking 18 shots alone, I feel like the value is pretty good. As you guys can see, he's just solid consistently on actually getting up those shots. So as long as he does in this matchup, which I believe he should, yeah, he should have an easy time being able to knock those buckets down for us. Last 20 games, he's covered this line 8 out of 20, but again, he's had some tough matchups, and this was when they were really lacking without like Zion and everything. So I believe this should be a good game. Now he'll bounce back, and he actually has a great resume against the Phoenix Suns. His last 3 head-to-heads, he's gone over every single time. The one head-to-head that they had so far this season, it was a very good game, 124 to 126. He had a total of 34 PRA, 25 points, 6 assists, and 3 rebounds. And then this was from last season. Obviously, he went 2 out of 2. But the one game that he had, he went crazy against these guys. It was a nice competitive game. Took 18 shot attempts, which he's been averaging so far in these last couple games, last 10 games. Again, saw a lot of minutes, 37 minutes. 5 rebound chances, and then 8 potential assists. So damn near identical to what his productivity has been looking like recently. And again, I believe this one should be a nice matchup. CJ McCollum has exceeded 26.5 PRA in 15 of his last 18 games versus bottom 10 defenses for points allowed, averaging 36 PRA against similar teams defensively. And obviously, they're ranked 22nd in points allowed, so pretty low. A bottom 8 team in that aspect, and again against teams like this, he's been averaging 10 over this PRA line. So if we look at this little insight, he's been cash money every single time against similar teams, and I believe this should be another good game coming off these couple L's that he's had. This one should be a nice little bounce back game for him. So CJ McCollum, this is going to be our player of the day in today's video. If you guys didn't take anything from the videos, I would always recommend the player of the days. And unfortunately, yesterday's did not hit. We give you guys that Jordan Poole play. There's just so many fouls in this game. It kind of just ruined the ball movement and whatnot. Whenever he would pass the ball, the guy would drive there, just get fouled. So kind of ruined everything right there. So many fouls on each end of the ball as well. So kind of just unfortunate right there. But I believe this one should have a good chance of hitting. So again, if you guys didn't take anything, I'd recommend that play. With the second player on today's video on the other side of the ball of this Suns vs Pelicans matchup, We're going to be looking at Bradley Beal over his points and rebounds line at 22.5. This guy's back in the starting lineup, and he's been balling ever since the All-Star break ended. As you guys can see, these last 4 games, he's covered this line well over 28, 31, 34, and 29. I'm not sure why this line is only at 22.5. He has a very easy matchup against the New Orleans Pelicans as well, who are ranked 26th and 27th in points and rebounds allowed, giving around 118 and 46 a game. So again, very good line right here against a very weak defensive team. And with the amount of numbers he's been putting up these last 3 games, again, coming off of this break, he's been going out there fitting well in this starting lineup again, and he's been averaging 19, 15, and 20 shot attempts a game. And mind you, his line is only at 22.5. His rebound chances has also been insane, pretty consistent, 9, 8, and 8. So if you're seeing that much volume, I feel like this line's a no-brainer, especially against a defensive team like this. Bradley Beal has exceeded 22.5 points and rebounds in 12 of his last 15 games versus bottom 10 defenses for points allowed, averaging 26. So again, 4 over against similar teams in 15 games. That's a very good insight right here, and he actually has a great resume against these guys. In his last 2 head-to-heads, the one that they had this season, specifically, he had a total of 28 points and rebounds, 24 points, 4 rebounds, and then this was from last season, obviously 36, but the main one he went well over last time, and I believe this was when he wasn't starting as well. 34 minutes and productivity has definitely been up recently, so that's what we'd like to see. And again, I feel like this one's a very good play. Don't really got much else to explain other than this line's pretty low in my opinion, and we're gonna be rocking the over right here. Bradley Beal, 22.5 points and rebounds as our second player. And then with the last player on today's video, we're going to be looking at this Bucks game, Brook Lopez over his PRA line. Now, I was looking at his original line, and I just saw this Goblin play. I was like, this one's definitely a freebie over this 14.5 PRA. His normal line's like 18.5, but again, I feel like the value on this Goblin is just too good to not take it. If we look at his last 10 games, he's covered this 90% of the time. The only time that he didn't was against this Golden State Warriors team, who actually have been pretty solid against opposing big power forwards, centers specifically, despite not even having a big. They've been pretty consistent. But his last 20 games, he's covered this line 17 out of 20 games, and now he has this matchup against the Denver Nuggets, who are ranked 22nd in points allowed to opposing centers, giving around 19 a game, 19th in rebounds, and 22nd in assists allowed. So again, 13 and 4 on the other opponents right there, so which is pretty good value. Last 10 games specifically, he's been taking a lot of shot attempts, 10 on average, been seeing 30 plus minutes, 11.4 rebound chances, and 3.4 potential assists. So again, if his line's going to be this low, I feel like this one's a freebie. Brook Lopez has exceeded 18.5 PRA in 8 of his last 9 games versus bottom 10 defenses, and that's his normal line. In his last 9 games against similar defenses like the Denver Nuggets, he's been averaging 23.8. And again, if we have the line at 14.5, again, I feel like this one's a no-brainer. Over 10 on average that he's been covering this line against similar teams defensively. If we look at this insight, just been cash money against every single team, despite this blowout against the Utah Jazz. But other than that, I feel like this one's a very good game. He has a great resume against these guys. Last matchup that they had, this was from last season. Kind of a blowout right here. And then 23, they haven't met each other this season so far. His numbers are definitely a little bit lower at 29 minutes played. So I believe his productivity has been there. And this one should be a very good line. So Brook over this 14.5 PRA. Actually, they just took down his normal PRA line at 18.5, so good thing I was looking at this one anyway. But we're going to be rocking with this play, 14.5 as the last player, and this is a nice little 3-man that you guys can run. Again, player of the day, CJ McCollum, 27.5 PRA. Second player, Bradley Beal, 22.5 points and rebounds, and last player, Brook Lopez, over that 14.5 PRA. So these are my 3 players I'm rocking with for this Thursday, February 27th NBA slate. You guys can mix and match these however you guys want to. I'll be running the 3-man. I believe this is honestly the best video value that I've found on the PrizePicks board in the last couple of videos. So I believe this one should have a great chance of hitting, and I'll be rocking with this one. So that's pretty much all I got for you guys in today's video. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and let's eat today.